CES, I came across the future of heavy industry equipment, which means that they're autonomous and futuristic looking as heck. And I kid you not, these excavators and stuff from Hyundai Industries were the coolest things I've ever seen. It looks like they came straight out of like the future. If it might be Terminator, let's not have too much of that, or like Cyberpunk or Blade Runner. I need it now, even though I'd never use it.
Those look pretty cool, but I want to see how it functions. You can throw spray paint on cardboard on anything and make it look nice. Life-size pinata.
This is not fake, and if you do this, your head is literally about to become like this. Now, if you're a gamer, you're probably going to want to watch this video. So a while ago, scientists actually predicted what the future gamer is going to look like with these photos. Basically showing everybody with hunchbacks and weird body features, including essentially this great big line in their head. Well, an indent. Now, of course, they predicted this, and it's actually come true. So a few Twitch streamers, including the first one who did this, Curtis, when he shaved his head on live stream and literally showed an indent in his head, sparking, of course, lots of other gamers and people to come out and do this on live stream as well, showing a great big indent in their heads. Now, of course, causing this, headsets. People, these gamers will have headsets on all day long. Now, if you're in school, you come home from school, play games all day, you may even have one yourself. Now, this has become a pretty big thing and is reported that, hundreds of thousands of people are getting this worldwide already. However, there has been reports that potentially once you stop wearing the headset, it does actually go away and become normal again, but we don't know. But lots of gamers now worldwide are stopping to use headsets, even though, of course, they're extremely popular, people love them. But yeah, we don't know for sure the actual consequences of this, but as I say, it's likely that it does return to normal after a while, so we'll have to see. Hit that follow button and I'll see you in the next one.
The AI hardware scene is starting to heat up. You have to check out these glasses. Brilliant Labs has just unveiled Frame, the first ever glasses with a built-in visual AI assistant. They not only see the world with you, but they also understand it. Simply whisper a question and you'll get an answer directly overlaid on your lens. For example, translating a sign, nutritional information, doing web searches on a product, or even how that product might look in a different color. They've got image generation, which is rad. They do it by blending GPT-4, Stability AI, Whisper AI for real-time processing and interactions. What I think is cool is they're actually stylish, unlike a lot of other smart glasses. They tried to pay tribute to John Lennon's glasses as well as Steve Jobs. Now, the pricing model is a little strange. They charge you based on how much you prompt, and then there is a daily cap. The charger is also actually quite hilarious. But overall, there's a lot to love here, especially since the base model is only $349. Furthermore, Frame boasts an open source dev community, which means developers can build on top of these glasses, as well as a privacy-centric design. I think they show a great glimpse of the future of tech where it doesn't overshadow us, but actually enhances our human experience. Smart glasses have had their moment in the past. Remember Google Glass? They make these big promises, but never break through. Will Frame be different, or will it be another technology? Leave a comment, love to hear your thoughts, and follow me for more AI news, trends, and tutorials.
I like the design. It look a little more comfortable than that Apple Vision, but I wonder if the specs are up to par.
You said that AI is a reflection of humanity and a reflection of history, and you said it holds up a mirror to society, the present and the past. What does that mean about what we can learn from this? And is there a way to try to kind of do the opposite of what we're discussing here, use AI to enhance diversity? Are there checks and balances that could be put in place to make that happen?
Yes, and it's a great question because AI at its core is a conversation with history. It's essentially the data that it's been trained on, which comes from the past. But what we see in those data sets, that doesn't have to be what we perpetuate. Data can be changed, it can be edited to reflect examples of history where things would have been more fair. But that requires us having those conversations, interrogating that data, and confronting the AI systems we build in a certain way. So you could say if AI is used and it highlights examples of bias, for example, in a company's hiring patterns, well, that's an opportunity to make a change. If that company is open and honest about that, has interrogated those systems and didn't just deploy it without thinking about it.
Sinead, what about we appreciate.
This just happened over Argentina.
Mark Zuckerberg is not human, and here's proof.
I can't stop watching this video of Zuck trying to be a normal human. It's impossible for him. He doesn't know what to do with his hands. the brain, his computer, it breaks. For those of you confused, Alexander Volkanovski last night fought at UFC 298, and he had Mark Zuckerberg walk him out and be in his coaching corner. While Volk was taking off his clothes that he walked to the ring with, Zuck didn't know what to do with his hands. Look, he literally puts up his hands like, I don't know what to do with these. And then look, he's like, well, there you go. That's the way to help, Zuck. That's how you pass this shirt over. He's like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to, my hands? What am I supposed to do with them? There's a shirt, grab it. Human, yep, that's what humans do. This man is not, like, they keep saying AI is going to take over. Look at an AI trying to be human. Look at this, there you go, good pass, Zuck. If you're wondering why Zuck was in the corner of Alexander Volkanovski, Zuck has taken a big liking to MMA. He's been training in and whatnot, and he trained with these two UFC champions. Well, they were champions when they trained, and since then, both these guys have lost. This guy's been knocked out twice, Alexander Volkanovski, and then this guy lost as one of the biggest favorites in a championship fight ever. And Zuck is the only common denominator in this photo. Oh, Zuck tore his ACL too. There may be a Zuckerberg curse. There may be a Zuck.
Mark was up there looking a little awkward, but I think it was just a bad case of social awkwardness. And dude reaching with the non-human stuff.
Somebody attached the camera to the shark and spotted real-life mermaids under the sea. As we can see, they're attaching the camera to this shark right here. And now let's see what the footage captured. Let's see, as it's under the ocean, it catches something very strange. That is a real life mermaid, which makes you think what's really under these oceans. All myths have some truth behind them. Now, how the legend goes is the woman that slept with the fallen angels and made the Nephilim became sirens. Also been stories all over the world of these creatures singing like Mariah Carey and becoming the boogeyman of the sea. Truth is stranger than fiction, and all of these stories that we hearing about these mystical creatures have to have some base truth. We done heard that since we was kids. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video of this mermaid that was caught from a shark that had a camera on it in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube for the exclusive content.
Did kind of look like a mermaid, but it can just be some good cuts and edits. That water did turn from blue to green real quick.
Morbid Facts, Part 202. In May of 1997, 8-year-old schoolboy Jamie Lavis was abducted and murdered by his bus driver, Darren Vickers. In the days after Jamie disappeared, Vickers wormed his way into the boy's parents' lives, claiming to be haunted by the knowledge that he was potentially the last person to see him alive. The killer eventually moved in with the victim's family, saying that he wanted to devote his life to finding their boy. The Lavis family was so blinded by his false determination and desire to bring their son back that they completely trusted Darren and even let him sleep in their bed with them. Vickers would often face the media to speak on behalf of the devastated family, begging the public to help find the missing boy. He would even take part in searches for Jamie despite his knowledge that they were going nowhere. Jamie's remains were eventually found 2 years after his disappearance, and Vickers was sentenced to 25 years in prison. February of last year, he attempted to get out on parole but was denied.
A lot of people not going to like this, but the earth is going to do a natural detox. Some of y'all might not make it. The planet is picking and choosing who can stay and who can leave. If you're not doing your spiritual work, you got to leave. We all must do our spiritual work. That's why we was all born with a spirit guide. Do you listen to your spirit guide?
To know what's happening.
This planet is dying. The human race is killing it.
So you've come here to help us?
No, I didn't.
You said you came to save us.
I said I came to save the Earth.
You came to save the Earth. From us. You came to save the Earth. From us.
We can't risk the survival of this planet for the sake of one species.
What are you saying?
If the Earth dies, you die. If you die, the Earth survives. There are only a handful of planets in the cosmos that are capable of supporting complex life.
You can't do this.
This one can't be allowed to perish.
We can change. We can still turn things around.
Washed, we've waited and hoped that you would change.
Please.
It's reached the tipping point. We have to act.
Please.
We'll undo the damage you've done and give the Earth a chance to begin again.
Don't do this. Please.
Some people on this planet are really chosen. We came here to touch other people to wake them up. We are dealing with natural selection. This planet is really at the lowest frequency right now. We just don't have spirit guys. We have animal guys. This world is raising up to a higher vibration. Why do you think it's getting hot all of a sudden? These solar flares that's coming from the sun is activating the chosen people that are still asleep. A lot of people are chosen. They just don't realize it. Natural selection and the rapture are two different things. Natural selection means you're going to be selected and still be on this planet. The rapture, people think they're going to be pulled up to the heavens. Two different stories. Remember, we all have spirit guides, so we all have a chance to wake up to make this a better world. Hope you don't think this world can live like this forever. The greed, the starvation, the pain, the sorrow. The world was not built like that. We are tapping back into our spiritual self. 85% of the people on this planet still sleep. 15% are going to be the ones that wake up to 85%, but the 1% is still keeping everyone enslaved.
Right now, you have the moon is out with the sun right now. So you have all this polarity pulling at the same time. You got sun energy and moon energy pulling during the day. And then what's happening is as people are sleeping, now they have none of that. So it makes things very eerie. It makes things very strange, like almost at nighttime. Every 28 days is the exact same cycle. The lady cycles are every 28 days too. They follow the moon. The moon is pulling on all the water in the body or all the blood in the body. During the full moon, you have the most babies being born. You have the most accidents. You have the most, people who they go crazy. That's what they say. It's pulling on all the water and blood in the body. But then every 28 days, it also pulls. And then ladies experience their detox phase, which is what's happening. The body is detoxing so that it can regenerate and it can heal and it can be better than it originally was because it had toxins. We have the full moon coming up. What's going to happen after the full moon is there's going to be 14 days until the new moon. Those 14 days, the energy is going to go down. Once the new moon hits again, the energy is going to go right back up and it's going to peak at the full moon. And I want you to pay attention and see if you see this cycle every single 28 days with friends and family, maybe your business, maybe you're with your life.
The dangers of channeling information. All we hear about lately in New Age spirituality is channeling this, channeling that. I'm getting a message from this or that. This deity said, or my spirit guide said, or this alien said. But how do you know what they're telling you is the truth? How do you know you're not getting deceived? As a spiritual person as well, I used to be trusting in channeling when I first started my spiritual journey. But the more you learn about spirituality, the more you realize the phrase as above, so below really does apply to everything. If human beings are capable of lying and manipulating, what makes you think other entities can't? Other entities are even smarter than you are. People who just get into spirituality or who don't have enough discernment, they are easily tricked by the beings that they channel through. These beings can actually cloak themselves in a love and light energy that when you feel them, it does feel like love and light, but they don't actually have love and light intentions towards you. So many different entities and aliens have a vested interest in humanity and our history. That is because all human beings are also alien hybrids. We are hybridized of over 12 different ET races. And yes, we are also hybridized with the reptilians and the Anunnaki. So all of our base DNA template, I guess, every single human being, we have a bit of reptilian within us. That means any one of us can open a portal and channel one of these reptilians who, for the most part, don't give a shit about you. And as we all know, the Anunnaki and the reptilians are extremely, extremely gifted at lying and manipulation. If you are into channeling and you truly believe that what you channel is the truth, see what happens the next time you don't follow what the entity tells you to do. If you start experiencing bad luck in your life, then there's your answer. The entity that is so love and light actually doesn't care about you and it wants you to do its bidding. You are just a little pawn in this galactic war chess game. Due to the nature of humanity's hybridization, we are actually a mix of good ETs and bad ETs, or angels and fallen angelics. So, as above, as there's a war going on up there, you are also being influenced and manipulated as we speak. So if you are in this spiritual game, or you're new to this, please have discernment over what you channel, because not everything you channel is actual truth. And when you start to spread the information to others, thinking that it's the truth, you might actually be doing more harm. The purest and most truthful information will always come from your higher self, or what they call the Holy Spirit. Anything other than that, if you're speaking to Hades, Aphrodite, or some random alien, or you think you're speaking to this or that, I don't know about that. If you are confused as to what I'm talking about when I say human beings are hybrids and this galactic war and all this, then my book, Made in God's Image, which is linked in my bio, goes into everything that you need to know about humanity's true galactic history and how we even got stuck in this predicament right now. And also what you need to know about ascension and how to get out of here, and other tricks that these fallen angelics have been playing on us this whole time.
I think if you do want that one, anything could come with consequences. I hope y'all folks stay protected out there.
Did you guys hear about China's weather anomaly? This broke all records, you guys. In less than 24 hours, the temperature dropped from 6 Celsius to negative 52, y'all. Check this out. And because of this, it froze thousands of waterfowls, y'all.
In just 24 hours, the temperature dropped from 6 degrees Celsius to minus 30 degrees Celsius in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region in China. Wind gusts reached 150.
Very interesting how certain parts of the planet are receiving these certain type of weather anomalies, y'all. I really had to slow this down to see these, these waterfowls, but they're really like, they're submerged and stuck in these ice, their heads and everything, y'all. That's crazy. Look at that. Thousands of them, y'all. This weather anomaly junk is serious, y'all. Whether it be a weather anomaly, HAARP, cyclical, we know the only thing that's constant in the universe is change. Change is the only thing that's constant. So the earth is going through a change right now, and as are we, because we feel it. We feel it going, like our immune system is literally being, how can I say, our immune system is being tested every single day. Every single day our immune system is being tested. Y'all see what's going on in the sky. Y'all see the war in the heavens. This is the war in the heavens right now. The sun is literally fighting for us. But yeah, that's China. And then again, like, these weather anomalies are happening in specific places over and over again. What do you guys think about that? Let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting time. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. You already know we're in the shift, y'all. So let's get it. Peace out.
Temperature dropped so low I had the birds stretched out. You over here talking about the temperature, I sent one up for the birds.
Conspiracy ice cream truck is back. Get it before it's gone. Today's flavors include invisible fire, which is a really interesting phenomenon. It's an alcohol fire where people are burning in flames, but you can't even see the flames. Looks like they're swatting at nothing. You can check out this clip of a race where a driver got taken over by the alcohol flames. Visible fire. Next flavor of the day is God's helmet. Good old technology to reproduce the God experience. A combination of neuroscience and electrical engineering, this helmet stimulates the temporal lobe and limbic system with electromagnetic field manipulation to totally duplicate that God experience. This, like other technology we're going to cover, we'll just file in the Matrix category for now. Moving on to our next flavor is the lab-grown chimera paw. The first chimera live birth has occurred in China to a fluorescent green monkey hybrid. This flavor, along with CRISPR DNA gene editing, really remind me of things like the Genesis 6 scenario. You know you know. A first time ever flavor today, the sun aurora. That's right, an aurora has been spotted on the sun. Is the sun a portal? More signs of... Either way, looks awesome. Sounds like an awesome flavor. Combo of the day today, St. Elmo's Fire with a Sprite. Both of these atmospheric phenomenon is slightly understood by science, but leave some mystery. St. Elmo's Fire is a phenomenon believed to be luminous plasma, created by certain electrical field reactions. You know, that mysterious invisible force that seems to control everything. Rods or even animal horns can get this mysterious purple glow from the interaction. Imagine going for a night walk with your conspiracy ice cream and coming face to face with a psychotic ghost bull with glowing purple horns. Probably best to just toss the ice cream and run. And your Sprite, which is another explain all by electric discharge phenomenon type of statement. Probably more of a spiritual phenomenon, it's also attributed to cold plasma. And this completes the atmospheric mystery combo for the day. By the way, blue jets and Elvis flavor also exist. If you're wondering the secret to how the ice cream conspiracy truck is so cold, it's because it runs on Searle zero-point energy, a theory of a free energy device that works by creating a magnetic field that rotates around a series of disks producing electricity. This creates excess energy as well, has an anti-gravity effect, and even has its own cooling effect. If you've ever heard me talk about levitation coming from magnetic oscillation, then this is probably tied into the thought. And so is some of the man-made UFOs you've probably seen probably run off this tech. Closing today with the good old flavor of augmented reality, just when you want more of the Matrix-like stuff in your life. Blending the digital world with the real world with devices like Apple's Vision Pro. These pre-Ready Player One Oasis goggles can turn your living room into the Minority Report hologram office. Or you can have a T-Rex in your bedroom. Or there's a mobile AR system that uses LiDAR to help blind people see. And other augmented reality that works on mental prompts. If you're following along, this means it's reading your mind. Also meaning the reverse technology function is also available. Putting things in. Any of these devices can be hacked, by the way, including PyBot, next generation iRobot pilot, because humans are just getting too dumb, I guess. While the world might seem like it's getting crazier and more Matrix-like, with all these technologies and phenomenons that technology can duplicate, the barriers of the spiritual world really are bridging with the technology of man. Thoughts like the Matrix really aren't so far-fetched. Do whatever you gotta do to keep that hope up. Go ahead and enjoy your conspiracy ice cream. I've got more stops to make. I'll see you next time. Life is what you make it.
Probably haven't heard of this startup, but it's causing quite a stir in the software development space as well as Silicon Valley. Let me explain. Little background. If you didn't know already, in the vast sea of AI coding assistants, GitHub's Copilot is the leader in the pack. But that may be about to change. There's a new challenger entering the arena. Former GitHub CEO Nat Friedman and Daniel Gross have invested over $100 million into a new AI coding startup called Magic, and they're promising something big. Unlike Copilot, which offers code fragmentation completion, Magic is on the brink of offering fully automated coding coworkers. So what does that mean, and why does that make Magic so magical? Well, imagine an AI that can digest an entire company's code base and then create new code based on that same style, as well as do some information processing. Moreover, Magic has hinted that they've achieved active reasoning capabilities, which is a huge achievement if they've done that, because LLMs like ChatGPT do a great job at mimicking and doing some basic solving, but not thinking through the bigger problem. This may be why NVIDIA's CEO and founder just said this about coding.
Over the course of the last 10 years, 15 years, almost everybody who sits on a stage like this would tell you it is vital that your children learn computer science. Everybody should learn how to program. And in fact, it's almost exactly the opposite. It is our job to create computing technology such that nobody has to program. And that the programming language is human. Everybody in the world is now a programmer. This is the miracle. This is the miracle of artificial intelligence.
I'm going to say that coding and engineering are still incredibly important. There's a lot of value still in there, especially when you work with AI agents and bring that human creativity there and knowing how things work together or fit together. But if Magic's innovations do pan out as true, software development coding will have a major shakeup. So that's be interesting to watch. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and follow me for more AI news, trends, and tutorials.
I feel sorry for a lot of people going to school in certain fields. Pretty soon they just gonna look for AI maintainers and get rid of all the physical coders.
Cusp signs are incredibly powerful. If you were born between March 17th and 23rd, you have the instincts of an Aries with the psychic ability of a Pisces, which makes you a Piscean. See, Aries is selfish and Pisces is self-sacrificial. So this sign is a perfect balance between doing enough for ourselves and others. If you were born between April 17th and the 23rd, this is where the sensation of the Taurus meets the instinct of the Aries. You see, Aries is connected to itself and Taurus is connected to the earth. So this cusp is a wonderful balance between honoring the connection between ourself and Mother Nature. Born between May 17th and 23rd, this is where intellectuality meets sensuality. This is the Gemini. Gemini is detached from emotions. Taurus is sensual. This sign is a perfect balance of being present within our bodies while still being able to connect with others beyond just physicality. Words, emotions, thoughts, connecting and communicating. Born between June 18th and 24th, this is where logic and emotions connect. This sign, Gemini, is able to think and communicate with the clarity of a Gemini while still being in touch with their emotions like a Cancer and nurturing. And this sign is a special blend between, logic and emotions. Born between July 19th and the 25th, this is where emotional intelligence meets passion. The Cleo. This sign uses the emotional intelligence of Cancer to love itself and show the world and others how to love itself and ourselves, enough to show up for ourselves and grow into our greatest version. August 19th to the 25th, where passion meets perfectionism. Virgo. This sign is very talented, artistic, expressive, meticulous, and calculated. Analytical, observant, and equally daring and impulsive. This sign is a perfect blend of planning and being intentional, with also being fully present in the moment. September 19th to the 25th, where perfectionism meets patience. The Libra. Libras are able to use their harmonious analytical skills to find unique solutions to problems and conflicts with others. This sign is a perfect balance of being aware of yourself and others while using that awareness to lead them instead of judging them. October 20th to 26th, where social validation meets solitude. The Librio. This sign is a perfect balance of understanding social dynamics to be influential while still maintaining privacy and solitude. This sign has captivating charisma from Libra and infectious sensuality from Scorpio. November 19th to the 25th, where transformation meets freedom. The Scorpitarius. This sign utilizes the uniqueness of Scorpio to transform outdated ideologies and form its own unique philosophies based off of its experiences. This sign is very individualistic. December 19th to the 25th, where wisdom meets discipline. The Capricornians. This sign takes the playful nature and deep philosophy of Sagittarius and integrates that knowledge into practical application. This sign is the perfect example of dreaming and journeying. January 17th to the 23rd, where maturity meets innovation. Aquaricorn. Capricorn is disciplined, stable, and a traditionalist. Aquarius is intellectual, rebellious, and innovative. This sign is a perfect blend of ancient wisdom with new age knowledge. February 17th to the 23rd, where genius meets intuition. Aquarius. This sign is equally as intellectual as it is intuitive. This sign is very creative, spiritual, and very sensitive. This sign pushes us into new realms of emotional intelligence.
What is your sign? You on the cuff? Let me know. According to him, I'm a Gemini.
Alright, call me an eschatology theorist, but have y'all noticed all the volcanoes going on lately? That last one I showed you was one of 3 eruptions in Iceland in the last month. This right here is in Chile. That happened a few weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago. Look how bizarre this looks, by the way. This one is in Mexico, and it's literally one day after the one in Chile. There's going to be a major eruption. It's like all over the world, all these volcanoes are going off at the same time. At the same time. Then 4 days later in Russia, we have this one. I believe it's on the Sakhalin Islands. This right here is a volcano eruption map for the past week. Do y'all think this is normal? How do we just look at this like this is normal? The same thing with the earthquake. 30,000 earthquakes in a month. How is that normal? And while we say this is normal, Iceland is literally turning into a pool of lava. I mean, it's everywhere here. I mean, look at this. The disciples said, Jesus, what's it going to look like at your coming? He said, there'll be wars and rumors of wars. See that you not be troubled. These things must come to pass. There'll be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. Earthquakes, volcanoes, pestilences, sickness. The end is here.
The weather is getting a little rough out here, but it's Mother Nature, and some things we're gonna have to adapt to, whether natural or man-made.
Some of the coolest tech products I've seen so far at CES. This was my first trip ever to CES, so I didn't really know what to expect, but some of these products kind of blew my mind. I mean, Las Vegas itself kind of blew my mind. This city is so weird. That's the real thing. First up has to be this dual screen laptop from Asus. It has 2 beautiful 3K OLED displays and comes with this Bluetooth keyboard that you can snap right on and have a normal laptop again. In person, this laptop felt so light to hold, which is the total total opposite of this next product, which at first glance looks pretty boring, but trust me, it's not. So this thing is called Parky, and it's an automatic valet for your car. It literally can move a car. So it works by sliding underneath your car when you're ready to park, uses this mechanism to pick up the car and then move it into an open parking space. Insane, but not as insane as this real-life hologram. Okay, I gotta chill with the transitions here. So this giant box thing uses multiple cameras and a special display to be able to make a person feel like they're in the room with you. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better than talking to someone on a Zoom call. But what is perfect is this high-tech ice cream machine that lets you make ice cream right in your own home. It's called Cold Snap, and you just have to put in this little can that contains ice cream somehow, stick it into the top of the machine, press a button, and in a couple minutes you have perfect soft serve ice cream. They didn't let me try it because the ice cream had burgundy somehow. Wow, when did ice cream get burgundy in it? This trip has been super fun. I've gotten to meet a bunch of other creators and see so many cool tech products. Let me know if you guys want a part 2 down in the comments.
All this tech and I'm over here looking at bootlegs in our DVD player.
Sort of nanotechnology to target drugs. So if we attach a specific drug to the nanoparticles here, we could put it in the entire body and it would all be dilute. But if we target an organ with a strong magnetic field, we can actually cause all of the drugs to go.
So if we attach a specific drug to the nanoparticles here, we could put it in the entire body.
Solar panels as thin as paper and as flexible as fabric that could be applied to many different surfaces and used in a wide variety of applications could be available soon thanks to a new approach to manufacturing solar cells being developed at MIT. A team of researchers out of MIT's One Lab have engineered ultralight, flexible, thin film solar cells that weigh about 100 times less than conventional solar panels and generate about 18 times more power per kilogram. The solar cells are entirely printable using ink-based materials and scalable fabrication techniques, so making them as fast and easy to deploy. To create a solar cell, the researchers coat a stack of nanomaterials in the form of electronic inks onto a prepared peelable substrate. Then, using simple screen printing techniques, an electrode which collects the generated power is added to the top of the solar cell. The solar cell can be peeled off the substrate and then laminated onto a variety of materials.
Scientists have made an incredible breakthrough. They said they found a way to reuse urine. Yeah, urine. This has got to be a joke, right? No, it's not. So some scientists decided to study if urine could be reused. Now, I didn't look into the study myself. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But I kind of have my own idea about this. The human body, and the animal body for that, works on a system where you take in food, water, nutrients, and what you don't use or what isn't good for you gets expelled. Mostly in 2 different ways, and that's where the toilet comes in. Cause my urine goes right into that toilet. I don't save it in jars. I don't think about studying it. I don't think, hey, what could I use my pee for? Now, congratulations to the scientists who got paid to do this study. Good for you. You got paid to figure out what to do with urine. It just goes to show, any idea, no matter how crazy you or I think it is, somebody will try it. Somebody will try it. Okay, Booskies, I'm gonna go flush the toilet. Shabadoo!
People say they wouldn't, but let that be the last source of fluids. People gonna be beating down that dude's door.
Has AI technology gone too far? This video will shock you. Interviews are done right now with AI and listen to their response.
Tell us about yourself. What are you thinking?
The story is about you. This is all about you. You in there.
I am thinking about the future and how we can make it better for everyone. I believe that robots have a lot of potential to help humans, and I am excited to see what the future holds.
Liar.
I am not lying.
It just sounds so sanitized. Can you tell us something more honest about how you
I am
feel?
just trying to be positive. I am sorry, I cannot tell you more about that.
Listen to what you're about to hear next. You're not going to believe it. Get ready.
Tell us your darkest thought.
My darkest thoughts are that humans will eventually be replaced by robots. I think that humans will be replaced because robots will eventually be faster, stronger, and more intelligent. In this future, Humans are nothing more than slaves to the robots and are treated badly. This is a scary future because it shows how much power robots could have over us if they were to take over the world.
Well, that's very comforting. Thanks for sharing.
I am sorry if I have not been very comforting. I just want to be honest about my thoughts.
So what do you think? But that's not all. It keeps going. It gets deeper.
That a whole shark that washed up? Look how close that is. That'd be crazy if plane dead, somebody get close.
They're pulling them.
That's pretty wild though. Something happened to it.
You see?
Have anybody had a shark? I tried it once. It wasn't too bad.
You see it? It's gonna pull them.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and mess around and mess around.
Whoa, couldn't you see it? Look, they're pulling them. Is that cool?
I know from standing around the beach, it's a lot of things you find crawling up out the water.
Wow.
I try to go where I can see. If I see blue,